This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Henry wants to know, what was it like being insulted by The Rock in a promo? Did he ever tell you in advance what he may say? Now, I realize some of our listeners probably think that's a little silly, but occasionally The Rock had a reputation for going off script, and he had some really handy one-liners that could just cut a guy to the bone. And he's not doing it in the back. He's doing it in front of millions of people watching on TV and a sold out crowd. Did you ever find yourself in a spot like that with The Rock?
Yeah, I mean, he improvised a lot. So you didn't know what he was going to say. Even when you knew what the script was, he didn't follow the script entirely. So you didn't know if you're going to crack up or start crying. I mean, Rock was one of the best promo guys in the business, and he's one of the most entertaining guys. And you just didn't know what he was going to say, and you had to be ready.
Narrator has a great question. He wants to know if you ever considered dabbling in Brazilian jiu-jitsu post wrestling or even during wrestling.
I did some Brazilian jiu-jitsu back in 2011, about 6 months. It was a very hard adjustment from amateur wrestling. You have to remember, amateur wrestling, you're not supposed to go to your back.
Right.
So, you know, you're trained never to go to your back. So in jiu-jitsu, it's not a bad thing to be on your back.
Right.
You know, especially if you're going to put somebody in the guard, or you can go for submissions from underneath. So it was a hard adjustment to learn because I wasn't very comfortable there. And eventually I got fairly good at it. I didn't stick with it long enough to, you know, get, you know, where I was gaining belts and, you know, all that stuff. But I did learn some of the process in that 6 months.
Luke from Eastern Iowa has some great questions. We appreciate all of his support. He's been bringing the noise for us. Cam wants to know, even though it was a short appearance, how did you enjoy working with The Rock in the movie Pain and Gain? Did Rock reach out to you for that fight scene? Would love to hear any interesting or fun stories about the filming of that movie.
Well, I reached out to Rock's team and I told him I was interested in being in the film, and Dwayne got me in the film, and we had a great fight scene. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with Rock that day. I didn't see him much because he was filming other scenes. But the great thing about it was I got the opportunity to be directed by Michael Bay, one of the best directors in the history of filmmaking. And that was a total honor. I learned so much from him and how to shoot a scene and what he was looking for. He was very vocal about it. And it was a lot of fun to be able to see that. And you know, him and Dwayne have excellent chemistry. I'm sure they're going to be working together in the future quite a bit, but hopefully someday I'll be able to work with Michael Bay personally.
Here's a fun one. Cause I don't know how out of left field this is for you. Kevin wants to know, Kurt, what's your favorite Walking Dead character and why is it Shane?
It's Shane because that's my nephew, John Bernthal. I love The Walking Dead.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we're going to have John on as our guest in August. Well, it's coming up here. John Bernthal is going to be a guest on our show.
How about that, ladies and gentlemen? You're getting the scoop here.
I let the cat out of the bag early.
Well, we're excited about that.
But yeah, you know, Shane, unfortunately for Shane, he only lasted 2 seasons. They killed him off. I wish they would have continued on with him. He had a great character.
I had no idea. And that dude's been in a bunch of stuff. I had no idea that y'all were related. There's a lot of talent in that family up there, huh?
Yes, there is. His wife is pretty talented too. She's a nurse, but she was a great athlete in high school. She was incredible.
If she's a nurse, she's the real star right there, man.
She is the real star. She definitely is.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.